Good morning. Today is the 4th of March, 2023. Sorry about that. I just wanted to give you guys a gander about how the winter of 2023 has not been my favorite season. That said, when I'm done this, I'll be getting out there. I've got my work cut out for me today. Wish me luck. I'm not doing so good, but I'll do what I can when I can. Anyways, let me set up and I'll give you my spiel for today. Just hang on one second. I'm back. Doing this is a little easier on me. I'm doing a bit better now that I'm sitting down. Like I said, I have to steel myself to get out there. I thought I would give you my 2 cents on, if I'm saying the name correctly, Alex Murdaugh. Murdaugh? I'm not sure. I've heard it a couple of different ways. The freak who in South Carolina who took out his wife and kid because he was doped up. Right. Obviously, I don't buy his what do you call that? His reason for becoming not necessarily a mass murderer, but becoming an a-hole. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I couldn't think of the terms, and like I said, I'm not doing so good. As you guys can probably notice, when I'm not doing so good, that doesn't stop me from jumping in front of my camera and banging on about what I'm gonna bang on about. Anyways, so the that guy, he's a lawyer from predominant family with a century of predominance behind his belt. He was a name in his community, law firm, all that kind of stuff. I think he was into politics. I'm not 100% sure on that. But my point is this: considering I'm a big true crime uh, fan, if that's a term. I don't know the term, but I obviously watch this stuff, and then I give you my spiel on it, or what else is on my mind for the day. That said, with this case in particular, I it never captured my attention. Uh, Chandler Halderson, absolutely. Boone, absolutely. There was something bizarre about their cases. This one is almost pedestrian. I mean, I'm sorry, but a man who takes out his spouse and his child, it's not pedestrian. It doesn't happen every day, but it's at least more. Oh, sorry, it happens too often, so uh, it doesn't capture my attention as apparently it has for the rest of the media. Apparently, this was a big story. When I first heard of it, I was just another dick doing a dick move. I'm sorry, and I'm not taking away from what he did. Taking out, obviously, taking out your wife, taking out your son. That's a step beyond normal. I mean, it is what it is. I guess for me, my takeaway from it is the fact that he's a liar. I mean, that goes without saying. But and I think this is actually also part of his lie, although he made it out to be a raison d'etre. Like, the reason that he did it was because he's a dope fiend. He was strung out on opiates. He wasn't thinking straight. Not thinking straight. Listen, I'm sorry, but the opiates didn't give you the put the shotgun in your hand and put your wife in front of you, looking her in the eyes and doing what you did. No, give me a break. Like, I mean, no, the opiates, or as you would say, the tangled web that you were weaving, put you in this situation. No, you just didn't want to be accountable to your thievery, to your lies, I'm guessing again, this is just my opinion, okay? And obviously, I haven't been following this trial um, daily. Not even. I would clue in every once in a while. Tune in, sorry, every once in a while, and try to clue in to the storyline, but it just didn't have. It didn't have the it factor for me. I don't know how else to explain it. There's something about a creep that does what he's did to be, excuse me, what he did was obviously very jarring, shocking, unbelievable, even, if you know what I mean. Because the concept of taking out your family is just so foreign to me. That would be obviously something I obviously would never do. The other side of that is I know a little bit about painkillers. I'm sorry, unfortunately, I know too much about it, and I don't get dark thoughts. It hasn't turned me into a liar. It hasn't made me into a scammer. Um, I use it for shoveling the snow, which I'm gonna have to do after this. If you follow, there's a reason that I need to be on them, and I'm glad to be on them, but it has not warping my mind to looking at my part. I don't have a partner. I don't have kids. That said, um, you follow. So for me, that he put so much emphasis on it wasn't me, it was the drugs. No, Alex, it kind of was you, and you're continuing. Which, by the way, I thought that the judge did a marvelous job of pointing out that the lying hasn't stopped. You've been lying since before the event. You were lying during the event, and you continue to lie even on the stand. Good call out on the judge. I thought calling a spade is a spade. I don't know. So, but alcohol or dope or painkillers does not make you a different person. If anything, it brings out more honesty in your daily. An example, couple of decades ago, Mel Gibson decided to get behind the wheel in a drunken stupor, and then all of a sudden he was stopped. Erratic driving, as far as I can remember. But more to the point, he decided to give the arresting officer or the investigating officer a tirade on the anti Semitism that he has and holds so dear to his heart that he threw it out at the officer and he made a spectacle of himself. Now, to me, from everything that I've known about the man, yeah, he's a bit of an anti Semitic person, sure. He's also a homophobic person, absolutely. He's also a touch on the fanatic side when it comes to his religiosity. And this is no shade on religious people. It's just, I'm talking about one man's interpretation of his religiosity and how it influences or makes his life. That said, I do believe that the alcohol in the Mel Gibson case brought out the real person. And back to Alex Murdaugh, I really wish I actually had struggled to say the name. I heard it, then I heard different ways of saying it, if you know what I mean. My point is this: if anything, and it no, I was gonna say that the opiates made him more honest, or brought out his more truism of his personality. From experience, that is not my experience. I just personally think that maybe he's an idiot. I'm sorry, excuse me. He's more than an idiot. I'm sorry. He's actually a very despicable person, and he is getting his just rewards for, if a reward is the right word. He's being held accountable by being put away for the rest of his life. So that's my 2 cents. Sorry, I have more on my mind for the day. I'm really just didn't know what was going on behind the patch this morning, but that's what it is. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Hope you have a good rest of the day.